those were some of the concerns, because I don't know if you remember, but there was a lot of discussion about drugs being dealt through the area. Certainly the young people there, and a lot of the crimes were being committed by people who actually did not even live in the area. And this was bringing a certain stigma to Dunbar Village. But then when you looked at no programs for the young people, because there was a lot of children there, so they had no programs, no prevention programs, which is something that I am a staunch believer in, is that if there's a problem, let's look at it on the front part and not in the back. So those were some of the things that we were concerned about, and then just the overall condition of Dunbar Village. So when I took the initiative to have the town hall meeting there, we really did an actual tour of Dunbar Village, bringing in some of the local elected officials and concerned citizens to see really what was the problem at Dunbar, because you were hearing all type rumors and everything, but when you want to see it for yourself firsthand, and this is what we did. We brought in people who actually lived there, who could really tell us what was going on there and things that they lacked, and this is really what really made us really see that there were some issues at Dunbar Village, things that we needed to address. So the meeting was a very lively meeting, but it focused on a lot of things. Unfortunately, at that time, the Housing Authority person over at Mrs. Robinson, she said that a lot of programs were in place, which were not in place at the time. But I think with enough prompting and the papers and the television, it was just a lot of attention paid to Dunbar Village after this horrific crime. And unfortunately, the crime had to be committed before attention was paid to the area as it should have been. But after then, we saw where there were no programs there. The children would come home from school. There was nothing for them to do. There were no prevention measures. There were no lights out there. There was no policeman that was actually just there, because actually it's a little city within itself, so they needed to have their own police person there. So after we did it, and not saying that that particular town hall meeting caused it all to happen, but they did get a police officer who was stationed out there, who built a reputation with the young people. It was Officer Williams, who was great, who was fantastic with the kids in the community. And they, finally, unfortunately, they transferred him to a different area. But he was there for a long time, but it brought back confidence in the area, and people start feeling more comfortable about the area. To the credit of the Housing Authority Board, they did bring in programs, which was very much needed. And now they have boarded up many of the buildings, so I guess what they're looking to do now is to build a mixed-use development in that area. They have dealt with some of the issues that probably contributed to the situation that happened. So I feel comfortable that they have making strides to correcting some of the things that people were concerned about.